Hi there, I am Cliff Harris, Cliffski. I am the producer of this game, Democracy 3 Africa, not the designer. This is the 6th and we're pretty certain the last kind of like developer blog of the game before it gets released. It should be released next Tuesday. Rather terrifying. Anyway, I'm going to have a go at a country that I haven't done a video of before. I had it up a minute ago and I don't know its flag because I'm such a heathen. Zambia. I don't know anything about Zambia. The Republic of Zambia. Population 14 million, pretty small. Pretty terrible GDP. Not massively democratic. Some corruption. Pretty, look at that, education expenditure as percentage of GDP 1.3%. Almost all its power comes from hydroelectricity. That's interesting. And malaria. Let's give it a go. I'm sure we can fix Zambia, right? Just going to leave everything at the default here. So this isn't the final build of the game that will go on sale, but it is getting there. Oh dear, right, lots of things, lots of, oh my god. Right, okay, country is in ruins. This is probably one of the hardest missions. So, initial reaction is, oh god. No one wants to kill me yet, but they will. They will. Look, everyone hates me. Nobody will be in our political party. In fact, there are 14 million people in the opposition party. That was the population, wasn't it? That's rather worrying. But you'll notice we have an enormous amount of political capital, leader capital, 48. In other words, we are basically a dictatorship at this point. So we can do a lot. We can crush a lot of these problems. And boy, do we have problems. Contagious disease, malaria and AIDS, class war, religious persecution. I think one of the initial things we should do is go fascist state on everyone's ass, because we have a lot of law and order problems. And I don't think we'll get anywhere with the economy until we fix them. So just seeing what we have. We have some armed police. I mean, that's not going to cut it, is it? Military interference. Well, I suppose they would. Law courts backlog. Yeah, well, there would be with all that crime. It's very violent. Oh my god. I would imagine that tourism is low. Yup. Okay, despite, look, picturesque elephants and natural wonders, who's going to come see the elephants when they're just going to get gunned down? Right, okay. Now, I like to think of myself as a nice cuddly liberal, but I think what we need is to torture people. Now, I know that sounds like an overreaction. We really need to sort of get out there on the streets and kick ass. Tasers. No, we need more than tasers. Police drones. I'm going to go very law and order. Very law and order. Machine guns. Yep. Basically make the people fear me at this point. Because crime, it really does upset literally everyone. Here is everyone. And HIV and malaria, civil uprising, yeah, but there's a lot of crime. There's a lot of crime. Maybe if, yeah, no, I don't have the capital to do that now. It's crazy. Okay. Yay! Yay us! Educational failure. That's us. Okay, minimum wage. I think we will introduce that to do something about poverty. Crime falling. No shit. So the global economy is on the upswing, which is good. All I really care about at this point is crime. Armed robbery. Yeah, I think we need to have more intelligence services. I mean, that's just going to reduce crime generally. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Yeah, so who's... Right, so the Communist Party are going to cause problems. Everyone, pretty much everyone, 92% of the population is socialists, upset about poverty. I can do a little bit about that at the moment. We do have a huge budget surplus, as I recall. Yeah. So actually, we'll do something about poverty. There's free school meals, always a good anti-poverty measure. We've got food stamps, haven't we? Homelessness. What's our healthcare like? Private healthcare health. Oh my god, that's just appalling. We have so many problems. I'm going to spend more money on healthcare. Employ a few more doctors, blah blah. Okay. I think more desperate measures needed. Corporal punishment use, maybe. Prisoner tagging. Prisoner tag. Anything that reduces crime at this point, we are going to put in place. And we have a pollution problem. I'll tell you what, because we have such a huge surplus, here's a neat little trick. Childcare provision. Because it costs a lot of money, but it also reduces unemployment. You're basically having a lot of sort of state-employed childminders. Reduces gender inequality. There's loads of good things there. I like that policy, but it's expensive. But I'm not too bothered about that now. This is civil uprising. It is going to take a little while to deal with this stuff, and I am worried that I'll get killed before then. Okay, we're going to go another turn. Animal export facility attacked. Blah blah blah. Yeah, exploiting our natural resources for profit. We're not going to ban exports. Allow continued exports. We need the economy to do well. Not going to lose any sleep over that. Surely crime is down. Oh. I suspect a lot of this will go away soon. Corruption really high. There are quite a few measures we can take concerning corruption. Not that one, that's the opposite. Obviously, yeah, anti-corruption agency, that's a no-brainer. And see, international election observers, that's interesting. Okay, I'm just going to leave that as it is. I think I need to start looking beyond crime and looking towards this sort of stuff. So equality, problems with equality. Yeah, there is none basically. Ghettos. Okay, this is a big problem. Racial tension is a big problem. Okay, right. You sometimes have to like step through everything time and time again to see what the root cause is. So citizenship tests, a kind of American salute the flag thing. We're going to do that. That will reduce racial tension. It'll reduce immigration as well. But so we'll do that. We also have a Race Discrimination Act to ensure employers aren't up to any naughtiness. So that will help reduce that. There's also border controls. Oh, that's more. Yeah, no, that's not an issue. So look, we've got a few groups here that are beginning to like us slightly. See, I'd be tempted at this point to take a lot of steps to reduce gender inequality and make women like me, but the trouble is we still have a lot of religious people and a lot of conservatives. Everyone's a conservative, basically. Probably because of the crime. So I can't really take those steps at the moment. I'm going to go to the next turn. There's a temptation to just always want to use up all of your political capital. Riots dealt with, that's good. This is less good. Ethnic minority population has been massacred by government security forces. I suppose ultimately that's my fault, isn't it? The victims were imprisoned and starved to death. I'm not saying I'm proud of what I've achieved here. In fact, what have I achieved here? This is interesting. Oh, look, a bug. A bug. I think we're off this. This is something we need to fix. We're actually off the scale there, because that scale isn't capped properly. Good news for earnings of the poor. Alcohol consumption down. Foreign aid received down. That's almost certainly because they're very unhappy. Yeah. You know, they won't like the whole torture thing. These squeamish foreigners don't realise how tough it is to govern this country. Look, this is all going to be fixed next turn, so I need to think beyond that. Shit, I need to worry about my own ass. At this point, we really need a curfew. Yeah, it's the only solution. No, that will really hurt GDP there. I'm going to leave that as it is. 1 AM to 3 AM. Bit of a kind of weird curfew times. Because I do worry about security. Security effectiveness is useless. I think what I need wiretapping. I think it'll upset liberals, but we don't have any because crime is so bad. We will eventually have liberals. So street gangs down, vigilante mobs dealt with, public smoking. Seriously, who cares at the moment? And we have this huge budget surplus. We need to think about spending that on solving some of these damn problems. So I think we will get some liberals soon, because I reckon all of these crime problems. Yeah, I'm going to take the other anti-corruption method, government code of conduct. I'm going to be tough on corruption, tough on the causes of corruption. There we go. See, this is something that obviously a lot of people would say, you know, currently we've outlawed homosexuality, or rather, we inherited a country where that was the case. Obviously, you want to go, aha! But you'll please the liberals who don't exist. You'll massively upset conservative and religious voters, and they may kill you. And this is what I think is interesting about the game, because there is that whole thing that if you're dead or voted out, you can achieve nothing. So, can I preside over that kind of a government until I can win the people over? And I feel to do that, I have to defeat crime by any means necessary, so that people feel safer and more willing to embrace a liberal ideology. That's my thinking. Now, we have loads of money, so I am going to invest some of that in technology colleges, playing the very long game, and also adult education. Maximum, because I have loads of money, look. Because I want to deal with these long-term problems here. And also, I'm going to put pollution controls in place. Yeah. because environmentalists are very upset, as they would be, and it would be good to fix this. How? Well, oh my God! Okay, this is worrying. Who really, really hates me? The socialists, the conservatives, ethnic minorities. We can do some more. Okay, state housing. Very expensive, but I can afford it. This is going to lead to my death. Rural plot. Armed robbery sorted. Oh dear. Do we need a state of emergency? I don't think we do. I think that will just encourage more conservatism. Small surplus. Okay. And all these numbers are going up. ID cards. Bang! Everywhere. I'm mainly concerned about my own arse at this point. But these are gradually going away. This is good. This is good. This is good. Nearly got rid of contagious disease. Is that must be impacted by the health service? That's going away soon. We just need to kind of hold on, I think. Pollution. We did put in pollution controls. I'll take it. Oh, it's only 20% implemented. If you haven't played the game before, like I put this policy in place, but you can see from this blue bar here that it would take a while to roll out pollution controls and to you know, have it implemented as a policy. So, what do people think of me? The elderly love me. Liberals, we don't care. There aren't any capitalists, environmentalists. I think there's probably a few environmental policies that we could put in place. Clean energy subsidies. Here I'm basically saying environmentalists are more important to me than capitalists. Bit of a personal quandary there. Okay. Oh dear. Okay, so basically farmers and people living in the countryside tried to kill me. This is dealt with. Excellent. Opposition members stage walkout. We're not pretending to have any democracy at this point. Extremist religious. The religious people. Too many religious people. Crime is basically... Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. So corruption seems to be our kind of worst crime problem at the moment. Actually, a lot of our crime has gone. Very interesting, very interesting. So, how do we feel about this now? Obviously... I was thinking about environmental measures. Recycling. Nobody hates recycling. Look, it's just, I'm just paying money for the environmentalists to be happy. Probably the same here, although no, it slightly annoys motorists, which you would expect. I'm going to go through now to the next turn. Ah, fuck it. Yeah, I mean, I kind of ignored the farmers. I guess the problem there... I mean, the problem was basically that there were a lot of them. I tend to forget about the sort of rural community because it's normally quite small, but of course in a lot of African states it's not. So that was a bit of a mistake. Yeah, quite a tough one, that one, put it mildly. Not every country will be that tough, and of course there's difficulty sliders and everything. So that was another very short playthrough of Democracy 3 Africa by Positech Games. Basically me and Jeff at the moment. And this should be out next Tuesday on Steam, on Good Old Games, Humble Store, and direct from us through the Humble widget. It will be $14.99. It is a standalone. You don't need Democracy 3 to play it. But interestingly, if you do have Democracy 3 and you bought all the DLC for it, or you bought the collector's edition, that's these things here. So that's social engineering, extremism, and clones and drones. They will all work with it. So you will have all the policies and situations and everything from the expansions in Africa. If you've already got them, and if you haven't, you can buy them. So I hope you like it. I hope you will prove those people wrong that keep saying nobody cares about Africa. Cliff, why are you doing a game about Africa? Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll probably do more playthroughs after release actually, but thanks.